Today we're going to be working on Leetcode question number 160, intersection of two linked lists. Given the heads of two singly linked lists, head A and head B, return the node at which the two lists intersect. If the two linked lists have no intersection at all, return null. For example, the following two linked lists begin to intersect at node C1. Yes, so basically we just need to return the intersection of the two nodes. If you look at this example number 1, what we're going to be doing is like we're going to be having two pointers, one pointing at a initial node, one pointing at like the B's initial node, and we're going to say that keep moving until you see the until they intersect or one reaches to the end. When they reach to the end, we're gonna switch with the same pointer is gonna start pointing to the which. So let's say if a pointer was pointing at the A list, it's gonna be pointing to the B list, and we're gonna keep switching. So every single time we are actually the bigger one is gonna be like getting incremented. So the next time they're gonna be starting so the next time the sequence is gonna become better. I mean sequence, so the longer one is gonna be incremented every single time. So there will be a point where both will getting iterated in a way that they will intersect, and they will become both of the pointers are going to be pointing to the same node sooner or later. That's the kind of algorithm we're going to be using. So let's put it in the code, and then it's going to be more understandable. So if we do have the head A and head B, like if both of them are not null, what we're going to be doing is like we have 2A and B, which are equal to head A, head B. So these are our 2 pointers, and what we're going to be doing is like we're going to say while A not equals to B, we're going to keep doing is A is equal to A dot next, right? If A exists, otherwise it's gonna be B. Similarly, B is equal to B dot next if B does exist, else it's gonna become equal to A. So that is it. Again, in linear time it will intersect because every single time the starting point is actually just to, so this is gonna work, but let's just see how it works over here. Oops. I'm sorry, it becomes equal to the head B, not A, sorry, because we have to start from the beginning. Yep, and it did work. So let's take an example of this one. One is the head A is equal to 4, 1, 8, 4, 5, right? And our A is here, and the head B is basically 5, 6, 1, and then it intersects at 8, 4, and then 5. So in the first one, what's gonna happen, they're gonna keep iterating. So what A is pointing to 4, B is pointing to 5. Now A is pointing at 1, B is pointing at 6. A is pointing at 8, B is pointing at 1. A is pointing at 4, B is pointing at 8. A is pointing at 5, B is pointing at B. A is pointing at null, B is pointing at 5. Now because it has none or it's a none, and this is gonna start pointing here, and the B is gonna be pointing here. B is gonna be pointing to the none, and the next one, this is gonna point here, and this one, the B is gonna start pointing here. Now they are gonna intersect. So when this moves, this moves, this moves, and this moves, they're gonna become equal, and then we're gonna be returning 8 here.